Insane. 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 I'm really upset. This is what happens when you're rushing to gather all your stuff in the last 5 minutes before the stream starts. So I hope the mic is not muted anymore. Let me know if the mic is still muted. All right, awesome. Let's do this again. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the stream. This is Mail Call, and on this edition of Mail Call, I am going to be sharing my haul from the wonderful trip that myself, Jackson, and Hybrid Toy Reviews took to Wisconsin and Minnesota this past weekend to see 212 Hunter and Skywalker Hendrix. It was a really fun trip. We actually have a GWOG that's out on the channel. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we have a GWOG on the channel if you want to go check that out. It's on the channel. It's live. It's a very fun vlog. So let's check out who's in the chat real quick. I just want to say hi to my people here. We got Commander Bly. What's going on? We got 80s Kid from the 90s. What's going on? We've got 212 Hunter. What's up, dude? We've got Phantom Menace Dennis, who's a channel member. So is 212 Hunter. Appreciate you being a channel member. And yes, everyone make fun of me and laugh because I'm bad with technology. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Arthur Henderson. What's going on, dude? And we've also got Commander Cook, who is also a channel member. So got a nice little crowd in here. Yeah, how's everyone doing? I got a nice little stream for you tonight before I go to bed. So that I can wake up nice and early and watch the Bad Batch before work in the morning. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited. I have quite a few items to show off in this edition of the Mail Call. So got quite a few things here from many different toy lines. So I'll kind of backtrack here a little bit to just before, maybe a day or two before the trip. I went to Walmart and one of the local Walmarts in my area, and I found some of the Series 5 Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I was very, very excited, including a case of the blind boxes for the Micro Galaxy Squadron. And Arthur Henderson saying that he just picked up the new Padme. I'm assuming you're talking about the Black Series figure. I have mine on pre-order through Big Bad Toy Store. It's kind of one that I'm waiting for. You know, I'm gonna wait a little bit. If I see it at GameStop, I'll pick it up. If not, I'll just wait until my pre-order through Big Bad comes through. But I am very excited for that figure. It's gonna go on my Clone Wars shelf, which is this one right there. But yeah, so I did find some of the Series 5 Micro Galaxy Squadron. If you don't know, I'm a huge collector of that line. So the one of the things I found was the B-Wing. So very, very excited about this B-Wing here. This is a ship that actually, I feel like it just recently got announced too. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, it's in stores. This thing, I can't wait to open this. I have a ton of reviews that I have recorded for Micro Galaxy Squadron, probably like 12 or 15 of them at this point. I'm going to start pouring those out in the next couple weeks as soon as I get some time on my hands to edit said reviews. But super excited for this one. So I found this in the wild at Walmart, and then I found a case of the Series 5 blind boxes. And if you don't know what I do with those blind boxes, I actually do this thing called Operation Slice and Dice. I am not going to elaborate on what that is. That can be left up to your imagination. But I will show you the 5 that I got. So I picked up, let's see if I can find them. The first one was the a common, the ATDP driver with little speeder. This is from Star Wars Rebels, the animated series. So that's a pretty cool one. So set him over there. A couple other ones that I picked up, which are cool, are the Mandalorian with the little Mando speeder from, this is like Clone Wars Season 3, I want to say. But this one's super cool. And all of them are super cool. I don't know why I say this one, but then this one is a Geonosian on a Separatist speeder, probably from like Season 2 of Clone Wars, or 3. Season 3 was the second Battle of Geonosis. I think that's right. So that was a cool one. Those are all commons, by the way. And then let's see if I can't locate the last two that I picked up here. Oh, here we go. So I got the Mando on the little turret that he fights on in the very first episode of The Mandalorian. So this is super cool. I was very happy to get this. Another common, but a very cool one nonetheless. And then I found the 1 of 5,000 chase, which is the Boba Fett Lagabantha speeder from the Book of Boba Fett. I was stoked to find this one. This is a very funny moment that I do enjoy from that Goofy Aw show. And I was very excited to find the rarest of the chases. And I've actually found this guy a couple times via Operation Slice and Dice, but I left the other ones at the store because I was not concerned with picking them up. Let's just, yeah, so that was what I found at Walmart right before, I went on the trip. So very excited about that. Hoping to finish up the, that collection. But if you are into Micro Galaxy Squadron, I would recommend checking out Jazzware's Vault, which is the Hasbro Pulse like equivalent that Jazzware's is doing. So they are actually from Series 3 onward, they're making collector cases, which come with all 8, including both of the 1 in 15,000 chase variants and the 1 in 5,000 chase variant. All of them. You can just buy them all. I'm not sure of the price, but I do know that those sets are going to be exclusive to Jazzware's Vault, and that website actually comes out tomorrow. So I'm going to be gathering some information while I'm at work tomorrow morning to make sure I have my ducks in a row. Unfortunately, I kind of have most of those when it comes to the series between 3, 4, and 5. So I'm not going to buy those just to get duplicates. I'll just keep doing Operation Slice and Dice until I get what I'm looking for, you know. Let's see here. Just looking through. Yeah, the B-Wing I've actually seen a couple times, but definitely it's been one of the less common ones I've seen. That's because it's such a cool looking ship. What's up, Titterful? Titterful's the man. He hooks me up with cool stuff. That top shelf behind me, I will be sharing a couple of those because those were part of my haul from this weekend, which I do have reviews coming out for. I recorded them, but I have yet to edit them. Micro Galaxy is a cool line, dude. I always say positive things about that line because it's very cheap, not cheap in quality, but you know, cheap in price. They're very affordable, and I do appreciate that. So let's go into the haul from the weekend. So the first thing that I got was actually something that good friend Hybrid Toy Reviews picked up for me, and that is the Micro Galaxy Squadron. This is, again, a Series 5 release. This is Poe Dameron's X-Wing from Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I think this is a super cool ship design with the blues and the oranges, and I was really excited that Hybrid found this at a Walmart in his area for me. So he picked up this, and he gave it to me on the way to Wisconsin. So I was really excited about that one. Let's see. Oh, dude, just wait until, I'll tell you the whole story about like what happened when we were in the store, because that was just such a special experience. I did really enjoy it. So then I don't know if you can hear those loud cars going by. I live right by the highway. So people like to drive extremely loud vehicles because they have small phallic members. So I've never, in our area here in PA, we do not have the Meijer grocery store chain. It's not a thing here. So on the way to Wisconsin, which I think was like 11, 12-hour drive, we obviously were taking some pit stops, and we stopped somewhere that had a Meijer. And Hybrid Toy Review said to me and Jackson, hey, do you guys want to check out Meijer? So we found out, they have a toy selection. So we went, and this particular mire, obviously, there's not a lot of collectors in the area because we found some cool stuff. I myself picked up 2 Micro Galaxy Squadron ships. One was this one that I missed out on. This is from Series 2. It is Bo-Katan's Gauntlet Fighter from The Mandalorian and the Clone Wars. This ship is so cool. I can't wait to put Bo-Katan in the ship and put it on my display for Micro Galaxy Squadron. This is one that, again, I had missed out on when Series 2 came out. It really wasn't plentiful in stores in my area. So to get this one was very exciting. And then swinging right on the peg when we showed up was a Series 2, Series 2 1 in 15,000 chase variant of Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter. So that was cool. I bought this because I've never seen it in the wild myself. And I already have this ship, however, because Amazon ended up doing an exclusive 2-pack that came with this ship and the later version of Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter. So, little plug for our Patreon. If you are a member of our Gungan Boss tier of our Patreon, this item will be our giveaway for April 1st. So if you would like to join in our Gungan Boss tier of our Patreon, link is in the description below. If you enter before April 1st, you will be entered in for that giveaway to win this wonderful prize. I was really excited to find this in a store, so that's super cool. So that was the next little segment of the journey, you know. And again, I'm just going to try and keep up on the chat as I go here. 80s Kid. Thoughts on the false Toys R Us? I will get to that when I get to that part of the timeline, I guess, of the trip. But I was upset. I was upset, to sum it up, with Toys R Us. It was a bummer. But so then we arrived at Hunter's house, 212 Hunter in Wisconsin. Very excited that we finally made it there. And Hunter actually had some goodies for me when I got there as a surprise, as a gift. I guess there is a collectible shop in Hunter's area, but their hours are super limited. And I guess they're only open every other Saturday. So the weekend that, we were going, unfortunately, was a weekend that store was not open. So Hunter went the weekend before and picked up some stuff for us that he thought we would have picked up ourselves. So he actually picked me up 4 items. So I'm very excited to show those off. The first of which all of these are from the 2003 Clone Wars Micro series, by the way. If you don't know, that is one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars media, is that Micro series. Say about it what you will, about, other things are better, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's one of my favorite things. And so he got me some stuff. And actually, all 3 of these figures I'm about to show you are ones that I had as a kid. So the first of which is actually going to be, this is Foul Modama from the 2nd volume of the show. This is one of the Jedi that General Grievous absolutely mercilessly slaughters on the attack on Coruscant. So he also, shout out Hunter for getting these like hard clamshell cases for these so that they could remain safe when transported. But you can see this guy's got his original $6.99 Kmart sticker on him too. So that's pretty cool. This is a Saga Collection figure. Came out back in 2006, which is ridiculous. But yeah, this is an action figure that I had as a kid. And back then they did do the little holograms on the back. And this one is, I've never seen that one of Yoda, actually. This one's cool, though. Big fan of this one. So again, thank you, Hunter. And then the second one here, I know he had picked this up the first time he went to the store, not the most recent time, but we have from the 30th anniversary of the Star Wars figures, we have Yoda and his Kybuck that he rides. Again, from the same scenes, the attack on Coruscant. I'm going to keep these carded, by the way. These will not be opened. And this is from 2007. So I love these card backs, man. These are super cool. All the figures listed down there. They really knew what they were doing back in the day. And it makes me sad because, you really look at a lot of the messiness of Hasbro releases now. And, it makes you really miss the good old days where figures were just released and there wasn't all the drama and all the internet cringe that comes around it, But that's another one. And then the third one is one of my favorite characters from that series. It is Roron Korab. Ron Karab is the Ithorian Jedi that also gets mercilessly slaughtered by General Grievous, who is super overpowered in that series, might I add. But yeah, he's right here, got his little screenshot in the back. You can see Fowl in the back of the screenshot as well. Super cool figure. And again, I did also have this as a kid too. So to have some figures that, I had as a kid in my adult collection is very, very special. And then the last thing the Hunter picked up for me, which is super cool, is this right here. This is it's from 2006, a Toys R Us exclusive, as you can see by the sticker, titanium diecast series, Tiger Shark gunship. This is literally like, I think almost exactly to scale with Micro Galaxy Squadron. I won't know for sure because I don't plan on opening this, but just look at the packaging on this, man. How cool is that? And there's this little hologram on the back that's got all the details about it. Super neat. I love it. Tells you what all the pilots are, how many people it holds in the ship. What a neat piece. And I actually have to buy some additional shelving for this specific piece, but super cool. Comes in this nice plastic display bubble. And this is a really cool piece that I didn't even know existed. So for Hunter to find this and pick it up for me is absolutely awesome. So huge shout out to 212 Hunter. I know he's in the chat right now, but huge shout out for that. But let's just check this out real quick. Yeah, Hunter, thank you again for picking up that stuff for me. That was so special, man. And then, yes, Ithorians, 4 throats, quite powerful. And then Palpatine rubs his ear and says, "So I've heard." Yeah, and then actually there were a couple things I forgot that I also picked up at Walmart. If anybody is looking for, so recently Yakface posted that that 2 vintage collection figures have been discontinued. One being the General Harrison Dula from the Ahsoka series, and the other being Pre Vizsla from the Clone Wars. So I was at the same Walmart that I went to, where I picked up the what's it called, the Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I picked these up here. I got 2 of the Heras, so I am keeping one. This is going to be the one with the damaged card back because I am going to open this. I am going to keep this I am doing a diorama when I get my HasLab Ghost. So this version of Hera is going to go with the diorama. So keeping her, and then I have one that's on a crispy minty card back. So if anybody is looking for this figure, literally the other part was this figure was on clearance at the Walmart that I went to. So if anybody's looking for this figure, let me know. I'll hook you up because for good price, because this is a figure that has now been discontinued. And one of the things that I like to do is help other collectors out. So if you're looking for this one, let me know, because I do have an extra and it's on a minty card back for you. And then also I just wanted to give a shout out to Jacob on our last podcast. Jacob went to Galaxy's Edge, which if you haven't seen that GWOG yet, it came out yesterday, you should check out that GWOG. But Jacob got me from Galaxy's Edge the binders. They have lights and sounds and stuff. Super cool. I'm able to put them on and take them off by myself. So no, I will not trap myself in my binders if I'm screwing around in my room. But they're super cool. And I'm going to have to find a place to display these as well. But a very, very awesome find. Thank you, Jacob, for that. So now we're going to get into the toy hunt portion of the trip that we went on. So I think this would have been honestly probably the second day we were there. We traveled to the Minneapolis area to meet up with Skywalker Hendricks. And we checked out the Mall of America, went to the Lego store. That was a fun experience. And then we also went to, they have a flagship Toys R Us store there. It's one of the first ones they opened for their reopening in the United States. So we went there. The experience was amazing. I had a rush of nostalgia as soon as I walked in. It had the same atmosphere that I remember as a kid when I would walk into Toys R Us in my hometown when it used to be open. So to see Toys R Us, again, was amazing. But unfortunately, they have like FYE level price gouging when it comes to, at least I didn't check much else, but when it comes to the Star Wars collectibles, the price gouging was really unfortunate. It wasn't quite as bad as FYE, but it was still, I would consider it price gouging. I know Black Series figures that are usually $25 anywhere else in the US were 35. And then the Luke and Grogu build-up pack, which was $45 retail here in the US, was listed for $56.99. And so that was just really, really upsetting. And it really brought us down because I think that was that was really the biggest highlight. That was the whole reason that we were traveling to the Mall of America, was to check out the Toys R Us. And to see that the prices were so much higher was just so unfortunate. Like, I always remember as a kid, the prices being $1 or $2 higher than most other places. But just to see the prices so much higher was really upsetting. And the selection was weird too. Like, you could tell that a lot of it had come from stuff that they had not removed from warehouses when they liquidated a bunch of their stores. So there was like a Black Series DJ from The Last Jedi, and he was listed for $35. Like, nobody's going to ever buy that. And then they had various, stuff in the Black Series that was other store exclusives, things like that. It was just a hodgepodge. Like, it wasn't really, it just felt kind of hollow. Like, it was a hollow shell of what Toys R Us used to be. So it was really upsetting. But again, the experience itself of being in the store was really cool. But of course, the prices put a damper on that. So our morale was very, very low leaving the Mall of America. And Hunter, before we had all even shown up for the trip, he had found this comic shop. I want to say it was less than an hour away from the Mall of America. It was in the Minneapolis area. It's called Hot Comics and Collectibles. It was in this plaza. So we were like, you know what? We'll go check this out. We don't really know where any other local, collectible and comic shops are in the area. So we figured we would go check it out. And speaking of comics, there's another thing I forgot that Hunter gave me. He did give me this Bounty Hunters Marvel issue 21. This is a variant cover for the Bounty Hunters comic line. So that's cool. I think this is the place that he got all that stuff from, Hawk Wars Toys. There they are on the back there if you want to check them out, Hawk Wars Toys. But I'm pretty sure that's the place Hunter went to. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter, to get me all the Clone Wars stuff that he got me. So that's cool. So, we show up at Hot Comics and we're walking up, and I see two of the those way back at the original line of Star Wars toys in like 78, 79. There were these Darth Vader carry cases, and I saw two of them in one of the windows. And I was like, okay, that's promising. They have some old vintage Star Wars toys. So I was excited about that. And then we saw some sideshow stuff. They had the 1/4 scale Darth Vader and Boba Fett in the window. They had the Hot Toys Viper droid, aka the Imperial Probe droid. Here we go. Okay, Hawk Wars Toys is the guy he ordered his Hot Toys 501st Heavy and Bark Speeder. Gotcha. But yeah, so we saw some stuff in the window, some, bigger ticket items. So we're like, okay, this is promising. We weren't really expecting much because it's a local shop. And then we walk in, and we all see at the front of the store, up along the ceiling, I see like some newer Hot Toys, and they're all for like regular retail price. And so we're like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then we looked across the entire store. There were new Hot Toys, not just Star Wars, but also, Marvel and everything else, lining the entire wall of the building, like every wall of the building. It was ridiculous. And so our jaws dropped when we walked in, specifically Skywalker, Hendricks, and myself, because we were both looking for Hot Toys on this hunt. So I'm walking around, and then Hendricks turns around, and he comes around a corner holding the Hot Toys 501st Heavy Bark Speeder with sidecar that you can see up in the corner right there. And I'm like, you found that? So the first thing, and it was amazing that he found that, because that is something that literally I was looking for. It's because I collect the 501st Hot Toys, but the one that I had seen first was, I'll pull him down from the shelf, was Clone Trooper Jesse from season 7 of the Clone Wars. So I actually, like I said, like I said, oh geez, I almost just crushed some stuff around me, but um, so this guy again, retail. This is one that I was super excited about. I did record the review for this. You just have to probably wait less than a week from now. I'm sure that review will come out. I just have to get down and edit it, which I have a couple days off from work coming up at the end of the week. So I will jump on editing these reviews. But here's Jesse, man. Look how awesome. I have him posed up. He can aim down sights on his blaster, but for the sake of the display, I did not do that because I wanted to see his face. But here's the Jesse, man. This guy, I've had my eye on this guy for quite some time. And I would have been completely satisfied leaving Hot Comics with just this Hot Toys Jesse. I'd have been fine with that. So then, Hendrix is talking. We're all talking to the guys, Jeff, Josh, and Steve that were working there. Shout out to you guys. You guys are all awesome. So we're talking to them, chatting it up about Star Wars. They're all obviously very knowledgeable. And they let us know that they are the Hot Toys distributor for the Minneapolis area. And if you don't know, Hot Toys allows one distributor in the U.S. per 250 square miles. So these guys, we just stumbled upon literally a diamond in the rough, like with the store. It was amazing. So we stumbled upon the store and, I'm picking up Hot Toys. Hunter picked up a Hot Toy. I think he got the new Paz Vizsla Hot Toy. And Skywalker Hendrix is talking to the one employee, and the employee comes over to him and I'm standing like maybe 10, 15 feet away. And the employee says to him, "So do you want this one that was on the shelf or do you want a case fresh one?" And I was on my phone. I shot up. I said, "You have two?" And he goes, yeah, we have two. I said, "You have two?" And he's like, yeah. And come to find out, not only do they just get one of each, like I had thought, no, they get like 4 or 5 of each Hot Toys release. So I was absolutely astonished by this. So, he's like, "I'll grab it for you." I'm like, "Sure." I mean, I'm thinking about it. And then the guy brings out the case fresh one, which is still in the shipper box. And Hendrix goes, "Well, what would you do for the two of them?" And we got a very nice deal for the two of these speeders. So I'm going to pull it down. The thing is huge. And I feel like my review was kind of not as good quality as my other reviews because I was trying to spend a lot of time figuring out what camera angle was going to work with this. So let's grab this guy real quick. So here is the Hot Toys 501st Heavy Trooper with Bark Speeder with side. And if you're looking at this, this is me holding this right now. This is the size of a rifle. Like this thing is 2 feet long. It is absolutely massive. It's got this awesome base down here. It's got that same metal rod adjustable base that some of the Hot Toys with jetpacks have. So you can actually adjust the angle that it's flying at and everything. This thing is absolutely massive. The paint detail is amazing as well. Every angle of this is fantastic. And it's very light. It's surprisingly light. You would think that this thing would be super heavy. It's got a nice clear base to hold the sidecar up and everything. But, I mean, dude, just looking at this thing, it's amazing. So I do have the review recorded. Again, I don't think it's my best work as far as reviews go, just because I was really playing around with, the scale of it and having to change the camera, like move the camera way back from how close I usually keep it. But yeah, there it is. It's got ridiculous, it's got articulation. Like, why would you give this thing articulation? Like, these move. Let's see. Some of the blasters move. Like, the individual handles on the gun right here move. It's like they didn't need to do that. All these handles on the speeder move individually. It's insane. But this is definitely a grail for the collection, and it will remain that way. And I will be looking for an additional 501st Trooper to be seated inside of the sidecar. So that's going to be something that I look for going forward. But that was my, I couldn't believe it. That was my biggest pickup, Then we went, there was a GameStop 2 booths down in the plaza. So we went over to this GameStop and I walk in. There's a couple Black Series figures. I didn't even notice this one at first, even though it was swinging on the peg right in front of me. I found this is the Black Series A-list Paz Vizsla, basically a reissue of Paz Vizsla. This is supposed to be from Mando Season 3. This doesn't come out, as far as Big Bad Toy Store tells me, until May. So I was super excited. I haven't seen anybody post about finding this yet. So we got to make some social media posts saying that we found it. We were very excited, obviously, about finding it. And this guy's going to join my Mando Season 3 shelf. I'll do a review on him, compare him to some of the other Paz Vizsla releases that we've had in the Black Series. So keep a lookout for that. But yeah, super excited that I was able to pick up a figure that I got to knock off my pre-order list. You know, another figure I get to save shipping on. Let's take... Oh, what's up, Jacob? Also a channel member, a man of culture, I see. Let's see. I'm just kind of... Yes, that speeder, though. Speeder is amazing. It's huge. I had to rearrange my whole setup up here for my Hot Toys because of how large that thing is. You know, I would not buy that if you are constrained for space. If space is something that you don't have a whole lot of, you need a lot of room to display that item. I would definitely not buy it if you know, space is an issue for you. But then, you know, so while we're at Hot Comics, the guys there had told us about this other toy shop, collectible shop that had opened up less than an hour away from them just a couple months ago. And it's called Mint and Box Toys. I actually have, when we went there, he gave us stickers and their business cards. So you should definitely go check out Mint and Box Toys. That guy there, Griff, he is awesome. Griff Ryder. So definitely go give him a follow on Instagram. He's such a cool dude. So we traveled at unsafe speeds from Hot Comics to Mint and Box Toys. We show up at Mint and Box Toys and we walk in and there's probably 10 to 12 feet wide of Black Series figures, older Black Series, newer Black Series. You know, everything was priced perfectly too. You had brand new Black Series figures you can find in stores most other places for $25, the same price you get everywhere else. And then figures that were older were priced very competitively. If you look at Action Figure 411, very consistent with the average eBay sales over there. So very fair pricing. Griff was an awesome guy. I picked up several Black Series figures from him. So I picked up just kind of backlogging some stuff that I've been wanting to get for a while, specifically for my Clone Wars shelf. So I got the regular Battle Droid with some weathering, which, by the way, that Black Series 2-pack they revealed today, I'm definitely getting that. That is an awesome release. But yeah, I got a Battle Droid. I picked up the Attack of the Clones Anakin Skywalker for roughly $30, which is, again, a steal if you ask me. And again, all this stuff that is still in box, I will do reviews on for the channel. So you can be expecting those reviews to be coming out. Really happy I was able to pick up Anakin. Another one I got here, this is probably the biggest, coolest one I got, was the Plo Koon. Plo Koon's getting a little pricey. I didn't realize that. But because I bought several figures from Griff, he, you know, worked me a good deal for this. So I was able to get Plo Koon. Super cool figure. I'm really happy I picked this guy up. And then I got myself Obi-Wan Kenobi from Attack of the Clones. And again, really excited. This is one that I also wanted to get, but I wasn't able to. You know, at the time when I was collecting when this came out, I was a lot more focused in my collection. Same with those other two I showed. I was a lot more focused, you know. I wasn't really I was more like armored characters, clone troopers, stormtroopers. And I'm, you know, looking back, I wish I would have gotten these. So to find literally all of them, they had a Kit Fisto, but which I was going to get, but I wasn't sure how I felt about the paint application on one of the eyes. It looked a little off to me, so I held off on it. And then I picked up a Walgreens exclusive General Veers. So I was really excited to get him as well. I recently got Grand Moff Tarkin for my Imperial shelf, and I was like, I need a couple more Imperial officers. So this is one of those, like, again, if I saw it at a collector shop, I'm not actively looking like on eBay and Mercari and things like that for these older figures. But I was super excited to find this guy. And again, I think this guy was, again, roughly all these $30. So fantastic deal. Shout out to Griff. He was awesome. And I'm going to make sure I shout him out in all those reviews. He also, like, I'm talking to him and he like just casually drops that he's personal friends with Robo from the Fwoosh and Yak Face and Shartimus Prime. And I'm like, these dudes are like juggernauts in the collecting, online community. So that's super cool. He was a super down to earth guy. And I wish him, a lot of luck in his business with Mint in Box Toys. And if you're ever in the Minneapolis area, definitely go check out Hot Comics and Collectibles and Mint in Box Toys. Those are, as a collector, must checkouts as far as that goes. He also had at the Mint in Box Toys, he had like every HasLab that came out in the last couple years new in box, and the prices were not ridiculous. Prices were only like $100 or less over the retail cost, so that was awesome to see too, was just the volume of stuff. You could tell he was a collector and that his market is collectors. So that again was super cool. So both those guys, they told us that we gave him a very good business day. So I was very, happy that we were able to help out people in the community. But yeah, and then I thought that was going to be all that I had to show off. But then I received a package from my good friend and Patreon here on 13, or Patreon member here on 1313. It is Stuck in Carbonite, my boy. He hooked me up with a chase variant from Series 5 of Micro Galaxy Squadron. That being the 1 in 15,000, what does this say? Shadow V-Wing Starfighter. And you can see it's got a unique pilot, unique deco on the ship, a unique astromech. So I was really excited. He found 2 of these, the same Walmart. So for him to, pick one up and get me one, I'm very happy for that. Shout out to you, Evan. You're awesome, dude. And I'm going to be busting this open, doing a review on this too. So super stoked. Keep a lookout. Everything that's in box, you can expect a review on. And he also added some extra goodies, which I was really happy about. Some goofy little things here. First one, I'm going to have to find a place to put these. A photograph of Bald Obi-Wan. Bald Obi-Wan. Shout out to Evan for giving me this goofy it's a photograph like that he printed out. So I'm gonna have to find a place for this. And then he gave me a couple of Gromble keychains. You got Gromble eating octopus, very cool. You also have Gromble in pram, very cool. Thank you, Gromble. And then he also got me a bunch of stickers, which some of these are really cool too. You got this BB-8 one that just says Astro Droid, so that's cool. Got this one that says On Guard for Thee. It is a couple of Royal Guards here. Got some Stormtroopers. It says Join the Empire. Some little propaganda. Again, I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put all these. Here's a little cool one. This one gives me Attack of the Clones vibes, even though it's Rey on her speeder from The Force Awakens. And then we have a First Order sticker with Clunko Ron. And then we have an Enfys Nest sticker. Very, very cool. We have a Darth Vader sticker with some nice colors. My 2 favorite colors, blue and orange. And then we have another Darth Vader sticker. This one's a little bit more stylized. And then this one is cool. I'm actually a fan of My Chemical Romance. So we got a My Chemical Romance sticker. So shout out to you, Evan. You're awesome. And thanks for the package, man. And I was hoping that my Mace Windu and Lean Trooper 2-pack would show up in the mail today, but it's just sitting at the DHL warehouse in Ohio right now. Not sure why. They said it was going to be sitting there for 1 to 3 days, and 1 day has passed and it's still sitting there. So yeah, that's annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, so that is my massive haul. Again, you can expect reviews on pretty much everything I showed today. If you're interested, you can keep on the lookout, keep your notifications pinged for the 1313 podcast. I've got a ton of reviews, dude, like dozens of reviews that I have to put out on the channel that are either recorded and not edited or, need recorded. I've got my work cut out for me, but I'm going to try and keep it moving here. I got to call the king. Why am I getting told to call the king? No idea. Call the king. Obviously, you're referring to the King of Ohio. But interesting. Yeah. So, if anyone has call the King of Ohio? Why am I calling the King of Ohio? Explain. I guess while I'm sitting here, I will do a little bit of Q&A. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. While I'm chilling here right now, I'm going to figure out to release your lien. Yeah, I'll have to call the King of Ohio and have him release it. I have not seen the new Dune movie. I didn't see the first one either. It's one of those things. I should just mention, I'm awful at going to the theater and seeing movies. I'm terrible at it. I'm constantly, being berated by Jacob because he is a big moviegoer, and I'm awful. As of the last few years, I don't know what happened. I used to be way on top of it with all my movies, and now I suck. So, no, I haven't seen it, but I've heard very good things about the most recent Dune movie. Let's see. My favorite DreamWorks movies would probably be obviously Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda 2 is equally as good, if not better. But I think I like Kung Fu Panda more. And obviously Shrek. And Shrek the Third is really funny too. I like that one. Over the Hedge is another good one. I do like my DreamWorks movies, but those are the ones that come to mind. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of right now. But those are the ones that if someone asks me what my favorite is, those are the ones that usually come to mind. Yeah, but again, that's my haul. It's a massive haul, and I need to slow down. I've had a very busy past couple weeks as far as collectibles, and there's a lot of pre-orders that are going up tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to make sure I'm steadfast on my pre-orders tomorrow. The Croods is good. I've kind of forgot about that one, but that's a very good one. I did not see the second one, but that one's very good. Again, we're going back to my I do an awful job of keeping up with movies. Hey, Fulcrum Frequency, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. I just got done showing all of my stuff that I picked up in the last couple weeks here, which was quite a bit of stuff. But I am just doing a couple questions here just for a little bit, for a few minutes before I hit the hay, because tomorrow is a Bad Batch episode. I need to wake up early so that I can watch it before work. That is of the utmost importance. Yeah, if anyone has any quick questions or anything like that, just let me know. Oh, God. Which hot toy, if you had to throw one, would you throw against the wall? That's a good question. I think that would come down to which one would I think would hold up and be the least likely to break. I think it would probably be this deluxe version 501st Trooper right here, because he has the least kind of extra bits sticking out and things like that. So if I did chuck him against the wall with considerable force, I think that he'd be the least likely to break. But that'd be it. All these other ones, they have too many. They either have too many spindly parts that are sticking out, or they're just, I like them too much. I wouldn't want to damage them. Thoughts, Grandma Tony? Which shout out to you, dude, for joining the stream. Thoughts on the Last Command 4-pack? So I'll pull that up real quick. The reveals from today. If you didn't see, Imperial March is the kind of new weekly thing that not just Hasbro, but all the brands are doing. So I'm going to pull up these pictures here and share my screen. Let's see. Okay, you guys can see that. Let's make sure that you guys can see that. Why isn't it showing up? Is it because I have too much stuff going on here? There we go. It was just taking its time. But yeah, so here is this 4-pack. So this is something I'm not getting, and it's not because I don't like it. I think it's super cool, and I can't believe they did this evil Luke face. That thing is nightmare fuel right there. But it's a cool set. It's a cool set. Cool for a 4-pack. I think $100 is very fair considering Black Series figures cost $25 a piece. Again, they also added that extra head sculpt for Mara Jade here. And Jorus Sabayoth looks amazing. I love that they gave him the Palpatine lightning hands. That's awesome. No, bottom line though, it's not because I don't like it. It's just not something that I collect. I'd never read these books. I know of them. The person that is getting this, though, is Jacob. Jacob is all over this because Jacob did read the Heir to the Empire books, and I believe this one is from The Last Command, if I'm not mistaken. So, which obviously that's what your comment is referencing. But these are from that, Legends book series that was post Return of the Jedi. So again, super cool set. I'm here for it. But I personally, it doesn't fit my collection because believe it or not, I am still focused just a little bit. All right, dude. But your opinion doesn't count though, because you only collect Orange Clone. If it's not Orange Clone, then you're not buying it. So everything is an insanely easy pass for you if it's not Orange Clone. Let's see. Will you be buying Jar Jar to display your holocom line? Oh, jars. No. I love these guys, but they're over there. There's the first wave, and you better believe I pre-ordered the Maul and the Vader, and I will be pre-ordering the other 3 that are yet to be announced for the second wave of the holocom figures. Okay, I am a holocom defender. I think they're cool. They're way cooler than Carbonized and Credit Collection. Hey, Obi-Shawn, what's going on, dude? We just wrapped up the haul recently, so if you want to check out the replay, check out the haul. Actually, since you're in here, I'll show you the speeder again. This is the Hot Toys 501st Heavy Trooper with Bark Speeder with sidecar. So here it is. I should probably make myself big again, huh? Boom. Look at that. There it is. I'll show you again, this is me holding it. It's about 2 feet long here, but it's amazing. It's huge. And I'm going to be, again, if anyone sees a 501st Trooper Hot Toy, just the regular one, I don't want the deluxe. Let me know if you find it for a good price out in the wild at a comic shop or online or something. Send me the link because I am looking for one to seat in the sidecar here. So, yeah. What? Yeah, dude. Yes, I was just about to say I'll have you over sometime soon to check it out in person because it is massive. I don't think I understood how big it was, even looking at it in the box. It's not until you open it and go to display it that you realize the true scale of that vehicle. So yeah, but then let me add my shared screen again. So the other thing I wanted to show, excuse me, was this bad boy. I'm super excited for this set. They have taken the 2023 Clone Trooper and a clean battle droid and made a 2-pack for just $40. This thing being $40 is ridiculous. I think that is, and again, this picture is hilarious, but this thing being $40 is an amazing deal. I would have been in on this 110% if it was 45, but it being $40 for a troop builder pack is amazing. So you better make sure that you jump on this pre-order. This is probably going to sell out in minutes on Hasbro Pulse tomorrow. So make sure that you're at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Let me check on that. Actually, it's probably right here. 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be 1 p.m. You better make sure you're you're in the know for this release here. Let's see. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. We got a question from 80s Kid. When could I expect Phantom Menace Mall revealed? I don't know. Never. It'll get revealed sometime this year, I'm sure. Let's see. Commander Cook has a question. Commander Cook asks, if you could tell Star Wars Theory one thing in real life, what would it be? I think I would tell him. I don't know what I would tell him because I really, as much as I trash on Star Wars Theory, I really don't think I don't care about him enough to say some snarky to him or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would say to him. I would say maybe you're cringe, or something like that. That'd be it. And then I'd run away. Let's take a gander at these comments. I'm trying to just keep a. Yes, we are preparing for where I live is in the direct path of the eclipse. So, obviously the city is expecting, I guess, 200,000 visitors to see this eclipse. I don't really understand why it's such a big deal. But I guess for some people, I guess, you know what? I do, because it's a once in a lifetime thing for most of us here. So we will see. And, no, dude, I think we're going to get vibes of the 2020 era where you would go to pre-order something. And since everyone was pre-ordering stuff in 2020, the website wouldn't be able to keep up. And I pre-order a lot of stuff through the app. The Hasbro Pulse app works really well. I'd highly recommend checking that out. And that would help you kind of get a leg up on people because your payment information is already in the app and it'll pop up right at one. But I think that thing, I won't be surprised if I don't get one because it's going to sell out extremely quickly. But yeah, exactly. No one has ever asked for that 2-pack. Hey, Cheesy Napkin. What's going on, brother? But yeah, man, I fully expect this pack here on screen to sell out within 60 seconds. So I'm gonna try and lock in just one. If you guys know, I try and get just one of every release. That would be. I am a Pulse Premium member. That would be pretty crazy if it showed up early for premium members. Have they done that though with any of this stuff for Imperial March? I feel like they haven't done the early drop for any of this stuff, but it would be nice if they did because I have my pay to win cheat code with my Pulse Premium membership. Here's a good one. A Rebel Trooper and Imperial Stormtrooper pack. I think that would be cool. That would be cool. I'd like to see either an Endor one or a Hoth one because that'd be easy repacks for those Rebels. But I'm sure they would jack up the price a little bit for the Endor Rebel. That would be a cool one though, or just a regular, Fleet Trooper with that we see in Rogue One and stuff. That'd be a cool one too. Do the Rogue One Stormtrooper and the Rogue One Fleet Troopers. That'd be cool. But I think that's a cool idea. Sean's coming in. Sean's got beef with Hasbro here. We got no, they do yearly IPs, but not so. Yeah, man. I feel like it's every time they do it with Star Wars, it's for the stuff that I don't care to pre-order. But then every time it's something that I'm clamoring to try and pre-order that I know is going to be a hot product, they don't do it. Who knows though? Maybe they might do it. Maybe they're anticipating this pack will sell out quick. So we'll see. But I think I'm going to call it a stream there. So thank you, everybody, for joining in on the stream. And then real quick, I'll just answer this. The Max Rebo Experience, a.k.a. James, a.k.a. Micro Galaxy Squadron Enjoyer, a.k.a. Man of Culture. When will we see Tarzan Seva figure? Never. You won't. It won't happen. So, womp womp. Let's see. Well, joke's on you, Hunter, because the 332nd and Phase 1 Lieutenant was not on Pulse. It was only on Target. And then they canceled my pre-order on Target, even though I changed my payment information and sucked up the price up that they did on me. Bastards. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's all I got for the stream. Thank you guys for checking out another awesome mail call stream. I love sharing, my pickups with you guys, and it's always fun to talk toys, and I'm very excited to put out these reviews for all the stuff that I picked up. So definitely be on the lookout. We're gonna have some awesome content coming forward. Hyped for Bad Batch. Hyped for Acolyte. Against the opinions of many, I am hyped. So make sure to check us out on the next pod, which will be coming out on Friday. And until then, check us out on the reviews. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you for the next one. May the Force be with you.